Hey, how you doing? It's Leona. How are you? Happy Wednesday. Today on the stream, I am going to be drawing out my mandala. So if you were with us last week, you would have seen that we are drawing out a beautiful mandala. And this week, we're going to put all the elements together. So hold on 1 second. I've got something going on. Hold on, mate. Okay, hold on. We got the music happening. Hold on 1 second. Let me do this music again. So basically I'm going to be doing putting all the elements that I created last week into a circular design, and it's looking so lovely. I'm so pleased with it so far. It's looking really gorgeous, but I've kind of just sketched it out. So what I want to do is show you how to grab all the elements that we created last week, put them together in one piece, and have the design all ready to go, right? So that is the plan for today. So come on in the stream, come say hi, come and chat. Hey Alex, how you doing? Happy Wednesday, how are you? I'm just getting my music going. I don't know what quite happened there. It was almost like I had my stream on, like to me talking in the background, which is a bit bizarre. You probably didn't even hear it, but I heard it. And I was like, what's that? What's happening? There's me reverberating everywhere, and we don't need that. We only need one of me, right? Okay, so how you doing? How's life? I hope it's going well. So yeah, we've got the autumnal vibes going on again this week. We've got all the things to show you. I can't wait to show you how I've kind of been working it out and getting it together. Hey Halo, how you doing? Happy Wednesday. You're right, sweet pea. Yeah, it's all going on. Just a quick note to say that I am not doing a live next week. It's the masterclass next week, because it's the first Wednesday of the month next week. We'll be going into October. Oh my god, it's flying by. So if you want to come and join us for that, you're very welcome. The link is in the description below. This is the URL. We are doing orange, my favorite color. I cannot wait. I'm super excited. I'm still streaming watching you on my phone. Now that is multitasking. That is hardcore multitasking happiness, right? Well done you. So yeah, if you want to drop by, come on in to our masterclass. It's really lovely. So I do these streams, and obviously I can't see your faces when we do this, which you might really love, because you might be just thinking, well, I can kick back and do whatever I like. But it's also nice to come in and see each other and work on our art together and do it on a theme. So the theme is always a colour. The colour next week will be orange, and that'll be on Zoom. So I will not be on YouTube next week, but I will be back the following week. Oh yes, I will. So yeah, come and join for that if you fancy. All right, so let's get this going on. So as you know, we did a bunch of drawings last week. We did some mushrooms. We did a bunch of things. We did, hold on, to move my gigantic sketchbook around. We did some flames, which I really loved. We did an oak leaf, an ash leaf, acorn, fig, and we did some pumpkins and some gourds and some berries, actually, which I didn't like at the time, but I've kind of grown to like them, and I'll show you why in a minute. So this is basically a good suggestion for if you want to create a mandala, is to look at the images and look at symbols and shapes that you want to use to create your design first, right? So look at things that inspire you, whether that's things from the natural world or things from like historical artworks, like I love to look at using this book, but I decided not to this particular time. That will be for a future stream. And then yeah, gather the shapes and stuff that you like, and then the next step, what you want to do is sketch it out and try and start bringing some of them shapes together, right? So this was just like a really super rough sketch that I started out with. I was like, what do I want to create? I definitely want some like pumpkin vibes, and if you guys know me, you know me, I'm all about the pumpkins. I grow pumpkins, I just love pumpkins generally. So I was like, let's have a, and they're orange. What's not to love, right? So I thought, right, I'll put my pumpkin in the middle, and then I've just kind of like arranged things around, and then sort of kind of got an idea for what the whole thing might look like. But I actually really wasn't kind of keen on this. I think I went a little bit too literal. So like I've got a flame here that I liked, and some leaves and some mushrooms, and then I started getting into like, oh, it's a little forest going off in the distance, and then I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want it to be like going into realism. Like I want it to be like shapes and psychedelicness and colourful, and not necessarily the colours of the actual things. So after I kind of sketched this out, I was like, I don't know about that. So after that, I did this one, which I am much more liking. This is like, yes, please. This is in the right direction. So I'm going to go for something a bit more like this. So what I did again is I took the elements that I'd drawn out last week. So I chose my most favourite ones. So you can see again, I've put the pumpkin in the middle. And then I kind of thought, oh, it might be nice if the whole thing is in a pumpkin. So I was thinking echoing like the shape from the centre to the shape on the outside. And then I was like, well, what do I really like? I really like the oak leaf, really like the mushroom. I kind of wanted the mushroom to be giant, because again, I just wanted to kind of go away from sort of the obvious kind of thing. And I was doing the obvious thing. I was putting like little tiny mushrooms, making sort of this trail through the wood, which is all very nice, but not really what I wanted to do. Hey Nico, thank you for dropping in. Happy Wednesday. How are you? How's the colouring going? Doing really good, thank you. So this is my little sketch for the mandala that I'm going to draw out properly today. I just took the elements that I like the most. So I've got my oak leaf, but I kind of stylized it up a little bit. I don't know if you can notice, but I've actually sort of like turned it on a curve. So this would be like where the veins would go, just to kind of give that a little bit of an arrangement. So my kind of top tip for like when you're drawing out a mandala, the design, just kind of working it out, is to put shapes together that you think would look nice. And you've got to try and kind of work out like what things are going to be big and what things are going to be small, right? Because you want a bit of everything. You want smaller things and you want bigger elements as well. So you have to kind of like play around with how the motifs are going to look together. That is why I did this one beforehand, right? So when I sketched out this, I was like, okay, how's this going to look? Oh, I'll do like small little mushrooms, then little tiny ones there. And then I was like, no, I've got to draw it again, right? I'm here. Happy Wednesday. I accidentally put my laptop on hibernate again. The screen messed up a little. Happy Wednesday, Angeli. I'm glad you finally got here. Yes. Hooray, let's do this. Let's do this autumnal thing. How are you going? How's all your art going and everything? So yeah, let me know if the music's too loud, by the way, or anything. We had a little music hitch right at the beginning. I literally opened up the stream and then I realised that it kind of glitched and it had me talking in the background as well. And I was like, no, quick. Sort out the music. Oh, love, thank you. So this is just the sketch. I'm going to draw it out properly on the stream today. Right, I'm good, thanks. This is a nice sketch. Thank you so much. So yeah, so when you're drawing out your mandala, think about the elements, the shapes that you want, put them together and work out what you want to be big and what you want to be small and how they're going to be arranged together. And I like to create a bit of movement. So if you look at all these curves, you can see there's kind of like this curve going this way, this one's also going that way, and then the flames coming out this way. Do you know what I mean? So they create this kind of nice little grouping together. and you just think about the direction and flows. And obviously autumn's all about leaves falling, right? So there's lots of movement, the wind's blowing, so I wanted to kind of capture that sort of movement in the mandala, right? I like your background, thank you so much. We got all the projections, different projections every week. Art World, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday. Thank you for coming in. How are you? So, yeah. And then the other thing what you want to do is think about the sizes and the placements. So obviously you've got kind of smaller things happening in the middle. And then as a mandala, as you know, is all based on circles and a central point. You want to be thinking about other points that things come out from. So obviously we've got the mushroom coming out from the very kind of center just behind the pumpkin, but then we've got other elements that are coming out like a bit further back, and then this one actually shoots out from this circle here. So we've got things coming out from here, and then we've got things coming out from here. So you want to have like lots of kind of dimension to it, right? So you're going to see what I'm going to do as we go along, right? So I'm going to explain everything. And you can always watch this on the replay as well. Thank you to the replay viewers. I was having a hard time visualizing this last time, but now that you have it all laid out, it makes sense. It's going to make even more sense now. I'm going to show you actually step by step. Very clean explanation, very beautiful smile. I loved it. Thank you. Susan, how you doing? Happy Wednesday. So I'm a bit late, got stuck in traffic coming home. I'm surprised there's traffic, to be honest. How you doing? How's it going? So yeah, so the very first thing you want to do is you want to create your circles, right? So you want to decide how many circles you want. You want to decide how big your artwork is going to be, and you want to get it all laid out, right? So obviously what I've just done here is I've worked out my size. I've made a square, right? So you want to do the same length and width. Then you want to get your compass and you want to draw yourself some circles. Now of course I know that I want to have my pumpkin in the center here. I want to have my leaves in this section here. I want to have like my mushroom coming out here, and my flames and my leaf and the berries coming out here, right? So, and then I'm going to repeat it, and I'm going to do that with tracing paper. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy, so you only have to draw something once, which is really cool, right? I'm sorry I missed the Leona section with the music. It was a bit disconcerting right at the top of the stream as well. Like, right, I just said hello. Hugs, hey babe, hugs to you. So yeah, grab your cup of tea, what you're drinking, let me know. I've got rhubarb going on with some oat milk. So what we're going to do first of all, now because I've already planned this out, right, so step number 1 is draw your shapes individually. Step number 2 is plan it out, where you want things to go, how you want things to be, what sizes you want, and that's all going to be trial and error. That's why I did that off the stream, because you just want to kind of work that out for yourself and place things. Then once you've got kind of a little section, you only really need to do like a quarter of your mandala. Once you've worked out the elements, you're going to grab some tracing paper and trace each element individually, right? So grab your tracing paper, and obviously you want to have drawn all your elements freehand. You don't want to trace anything from books. You want to be learning how to draw, and you want to be tracing only your own drawings, right? Definitely, I would love to try this. So I'm going to set these streams up, these autumn mandala ones up in a playlist, and I'm going to number them so you know like kind of the order they're going to go in, which will be really good. And then I will probably be doing something much more detailed on my art academy. So all the bits what I've done off stream, I will do them in a lesson in the art academy. So if you want to do that step by step, you can, right? I was on the bus to conserve petrol. It took much longer. We're having a petrol drama in the UK, everybody. Oh yes, we are. I have got a tiny bit left in my car. It's very frustrating. Hold on, I'm going to change the music. So let me know what you've been up to today so far. How's your day going? And all that jazz. Alright, need some scissors. So what I'm going to do is do these kind of separately. So I'm going to cut my tracing paper up. Oh, and incidentally, I'm going to draw the mandala on the stream and hopefully choose the colours as well. And then we'll get to painting it next time, right? So I'm going to get my mushroom. I'm happy with the shape and everything, so I'm going to get it traced and then I can bring it over to the actual thing. Now, this is kind of like a lost art now, tracing. It's like in the camp of traditional. We are in the traditional world. Josa, how you doing? Oh, you have to tell me how to pronounce your name properly. Welcome, welcome. How are you? Is it Josa? Or is it not that at all? Let me know. Welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday. How are you doing? This looks fab already. You're so sweet. I have just water for now. Need some tea. Grab the tea. I've never made a mandala. Have you not? Oh, you should give it a go. You'd be really good at it. Give it a go. So if you're new here, welcome, welcome. We are all different kinds of artists in this stream. So let us know what you make and what you do. We'd love to know. We love talking about everybody's work. So let us know. Now this little mushroom's going to go behind there. So this is my mushroom shape. I'm going to bring it down there actually. So we got our mushroom, right? Actually, I think what I'll do is I'll just do all of them. Let's do all of them separately first so we've got everything. So we got our mushroom there. Let's cut another piece. And we'll do the leaf. So these are all my own drawings. I'm just tracing my own drawings, right? I have not traced these. I drew them last week on the stream. And I've kind of stylized this oak leaf a little bit. I drew it sort of realistically last week and then I was like, well, there's too many things, too many bits, especially at the top. So I simplified it a bit and I've curved it round. Giving it a bit of a curve. Alright, so that's my oak leaf, right? So I'm going to make a little pile of all my tracings and then we'll be able to repeat it round and round and round and round and round, right? It's a made up name, so I'm not sure at all. My name is Joanna. Welcome, Joanna. I've done so many mandalas, but it's different. Loved it. Awesome. Cool, cool, cool. What was your favourite one that you've done? I have a tiny bit left too, do you? I know, right? We're going to get into that predicament. So nice. Thank you, Alex. M Beans Colour with me. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? Happy Wednesday. Oh, I'm glad so many of you have come in live. Happy days. Hi, hi, hi. Is it Dawn? Welcome, welcome, Dawn. How are you? I don't have vellum paper though. Is that what you call it? No. Tell me that's not true. Tell me you call it tracing paper. Alright, so we've got the leaf, we've got our mushroom. Let's get these little baby leaves going on. It's much easier when you're doing all these elements to just chop them up and chop up all the different bits of tracing paper, because otherwise you've got this one big sheet and you're trying to jig it around and it's a little bit awkward. So yeah, I recommend that you just do like it on tiny little bits. Can we get them both in there? Maybe we'll do the big one up here. I might change the shape of this just a little bit. Maybe. Don't know if I'm 100% happy with that one. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it a bit more circular. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to change it when I get to it. Because kind of not really totally sure about these ones. So I'm going to do it circular for now. I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to do it round. Like that. So they're more like kind of teardrop shapes, right? What else am I going to do? I'm going to do the berries and I'm going to do the flames. So let's cut this in half. And we'll do this. So it was really interesting actually last week on the stream. I wasn't actually keen on the berries, but then when it came to it I was like, I just need something else. And actually the shape with all these kind of cute little circles on are really lovely, and they will kind of be really great, like making them a bit more psychedelic coloured, because I very much doubt I'm going to do them red, but you never know. You never know what happens. This is the nice thing about doing this kind of thing, and I think it kind of goes for the same thing when you're colouring anything. It's really nice to just see what happens and see what you choose on the way. Like, you know what I mean? Just leaving it to kind of intuition and not sort of working it out too much. So I'm going to work it out just a little bit, but then I'm going to kind of leave it and see what happens. Some of you might think that's absolutely bonkers. You're like, Leona, what are you doing? You want to plan out everything. What are you guys doing? Do you do Drawing Mandala with Leona? I'm working on my Halloween picture. Are you? What's the Halloween picture? I would love to invite you all to my art world. Oh, that's nice. So lovely. Hi all. No, I'm working. Hey, Miko. Tamiko's here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Happy Wednesday, sweet pea. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. How's it going? How's all your art? I loved your art journal page, by the way. Super gorgeous. I've started a book, so I'm writing it. Oh, fantastic. What's it about? Yeah, we call it tracing paper, but I like that word vellum. It's what I learned in school. It's got a lovely sound to it, hasn't it? Vellum. It's just like, yes. Just very nice. I'm totally with you. But I've never used it. I've never used that word, but I like the sound of it. So if you're new here, welcome, welcome again. What you can do with this stream is you can either follow along and use it as inspiration, so you kind of draw the things I'm drawing, copy the things that I'm doing, kind of use it and create your own little mandala as we go along. Or if you don't want to do that, you can simply bring your own artwork to the stream, so kind of use it as like a nice little social time, so you can hang out, do your artwork, chat along as well. Or you can just simply watch and chat, because watching someone make art reduces your heart rate and boosts your mood. So it's scientifically proven that watching art is like a fantastic thing for your well-being. So that is my intention with this stream, to bring you so much inspiration that you will want to do more and more of your art and less of the things that distract you and get in your way. And have a good time in the process, right? Oh yeah, yay! I do the third option. It's true. Well, sometimes you bring your art. You were doing your art last week, right? So that's good. Oh, how did your bear go? Your bear drawing, did it go all right? Let me know. All right, so we've got to do the flames. I've got this big old flame here. And I'm probably going to be like painting it a few colours, I think. It's going to go behind there, but we won't see that. But I'm going to do that just in case. So there's my kind of flame shape, right? So we got everything. We've got all the elements, which is great. That's all we need, right? So let's get on and go to the real thing. This is the real thing. Oh yeah. So as I said, I've drawn out with my circles with my compass. We're ready. We're going hand drawn all the way, baby. You know what I mean? I'd love to try this tomorrow. Really cool, and it's different. Yeah, give it a whirl. Totally. I finished. It's really cute. I'll try and send you photos. Yeah, send me a photo. I'd love to see. Yes. So what I've got now is I've got all my little elements. So I've got all my little elements on the tracing paper, right? So I know what I've got, and I know I've got to create it. And then what I'm going to do is, if you can see up here, well, you can't see up here, but I'm going to show you. I've got this, and the reason I drew it here is so I can keep referring to it and then draw it down there. So this is going to be in front of me, so I know where everything is going, right? Happy days. Happy days. We're all organised. There's nothing quite better. Correct me if I'm wrong, in your opinion, but there's nothing quite better than being completely organised, right? Even if your desk is messy and you're like, this is here and this is there, but as long as it's organised in your brain and you know what you're doing and you know what you've got to grab and all that, then it's a better like workflow and you get things done in a better way, right? It's a bit like if you were a chef. You know, let me know in the comments if you like cooking. When you cook, you've got to have things like organised, right? You've got to have your bits over there near the cooker. You've got to have your bits over there near the chopping board. You've got to have it all worked out. And it's a bit like that with art, right? I'm going to try a rough sketch without the protractor and vellum paper. Yeah, do it. Sketch it out super roughly like I did before. Super roughly. So you just work things out and then you're like, oh, I don't quite like that there. I'm going to do another little sketch. Oh, I don't quite like that there. I'm going to do another little sketch. What if I make that bigger? What if I make that smaller? What if I make that bit go off in the background? What if I make that bit come up in the foreground? Right? So there's lots of things to think about. So you probably have to do quite a few sketches, right? How would you like me to send it to you? You can send it to me on any one of my socials, any which one you want. This is going to go behind there, but I'm going to bring it out here. Any one of those. Take your pick, any one you fancy, right? Or you could almost get your mum as well to send it to me. You could get your mum to email me. I love cooking. Yes. Yes. What's your favourite thing to cook? Alright, so let's go for it, guys. Let's do this. Let's do it. So we're gonna go for a pumpkin first. So I'm gonna draw my pumpkin freehand, right? Because the pumpkin's the thing in the middle. So we've got to do that first. You make sure that's all there. So we're going to do our pumpkin. Now this is our pumpkin segment. So I'm going to curve. Actually, I'm going to use my hard pencil. Not the soft one now because we're not tracing anymore for a bit. And I'm just going to curve this off. Now you could trace this. So you could do one curve and then trace it off. But I'm not going to. I can kind of see by eye sort of about the distance I'm going down, so I don't kind of need to. I don't kind of want to as well. I think it's really nice to have things that are like kind of organic as well, the way you make them, and like if they're not perfect as well. Like I don't mind if, say, this segment is a couple of millimeters bigger or smaller than the other segment. Like that doesn't bother me. Do you know what I mean? Like it's all about when you're hand drawing something, like I don't think that these things take away from how beautiful it looks. I think it adds to it. I think if you want to make something so perfect with nothing wrong with it, then you want to do it computer generated, you know. But if you're doing things like in real life, textures, you know, stuff you can hold in your hands, then I would suggest that you do it like it doesn't matter if you do like little imperfections. Life is all about the little imperfections, right? Fruit salad, sandwiches, and juices are my favourite. Oh, what's your favourite juice to make? Ooh, I gotta see this from the beginning. Expect wonkiness, Leona. I won't disappoint you. Expect wonkiness. That's what we like. No, it's just chaos over here. I need to have a shower in 5 minutes. I can see you at 8. Of course, I'll be here. I'm here till 8:30. So I'm on for another hour. Expect wonkiness. I love it. I love it. Yeah, thank you, Angeli. So yeah, so last week I did all the elements. So I can show you quickly now. So I'll show you a couple of them. So we did mushrooms. We did like pumpkins and gourds and stuff. And then I did some flames and stuff, which is here. It's going to be upside down though, right? Flames and the oak leaf and that kind of stuff. Right, that was last week. Alright, so pumpkin in the middle. Then, if you remember about the pumpkin, incidentally, do you remember that there was like this little kind of star shape in the centre here? So this little thing I wanted to incorporate into the artwork because I really like the shape. So, and instead of doing it kind of exactly on the lines, I'm gonna sort of do it a bit bigger, I think. Something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like with 5 sides like that. So this is another like freehand bit. Yeah, nice. And then I've got all my pumpkin segments, so I'm gonna colour all these bits in here. And I've got my cute little pumpkin. Incidentally, if you're interested, that is the reference image I used to get that lovely little pumpkin shape. Is it possible my mum could send you my drawing in an email? That would be lovely. That would be really nice. I'd love to see. Alright, so next job are these leaves. Now, so as you can see, I'm working from the centre and going out. So the leaves I've planned to kind of have here. What I've planned is to have like my mushroom kind of going off the centre and just coming above the outside line, because I think that's going to look really cute. So I'm kind of, can you see, I'm going to put like the mushroom is going to pretty much be like that, I think, with those 2 bits. Maybe just go down a bit there. And then I'm going to have these 2 leafy shapes, which are going to go behind the pumpkin, something like that. But I feel like I need to do the mushroom first before I put the leaves in. That is what I'm feeling for this particular mandala. So, yeah. I mean, I would kind of recommend that you do the next size up, but I just feel I need to get the bigger element in, so that, because the mushroom is kind of like the sort of fundamental piece of this whole artwork, and so I want to get those big directional things in. So I'm gonna do that. I need to grab a piece of paper and I'm just gonna trace on the other side. I like strawberry and banana smoothie and fresh orange juice. Oh, lovely. I think I need to go back and watch from the beginning. I feel like I've jumped in the middle. You haven't at all, because we started it last week and I'm only going to be drawing it today. So all that we did last week was just draw all the separate elements, and then off the stream I kind of put it all together, because I think that was just such a sort of design element that it needed to be off the stream. But what I'm going to do is put it in the academy, so I'm going to show you something like really basic with a different design, so that it's much easier to kind of get. So today I'm actually like drawing the thing, right? Okay, So we've got our lovely mushroom. I've got some scrap paper here, and what I want to do is I want to keep my mushroom going in this direction. Now what you can do is you can flip it over for the other side, but what happens if you do that is you'll have your mushroom going off in the other direction, and I don't want that. All right, so I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to put the graphite of the pencil onto the back. And then when I put it onto my actual artwork, it will be the right way round. Alright? So I'm just getting a load of the pencil on there. I'm using a soft pencil. This is a 3B. Alright? And you'll see it will have come out here, but we don't need this. And we're going to trace it. Blow some of the graphite off. We're going to trace it on there. All right. Okay, bye, Leona. See you soon. See you in half hour. Okay, so we're going to grab our, I think I might do it with the hard pencil, and then I'm going to put it here. I'm just double checking. I'm looking up at my drawing, which is up there, and I'm double checking that it's not too far over. It's about there. Yeah. And then I'm going to go over it. And then it will come out on the other side. And then I can repeat this another 3 times and keep the exact same shape. And this is the way that I created the mandalas that you can see behind me on the wall. Right, this one. There you go. Happy days. Alright. So we can go around. Like that. So again, I'm going to turn it over. Yeah, it's kind of like the main event or something. I had mushrooms last night for dinner. Did you? How did you have them? Ooh, yeah, exactly. It's like the main thing. So it's like the center point is the best place to start in your mandala. You've got to get your center point going on and work out where everything's going to kind of come out from. And then you want to look at your sort of main element, because all mandalas have like a main element. So if you look at these ones here, you've got like this kind of like green thing here, which is like a really lovely shape. So as soon as I did those central bits, I had to do this, and these bits that come off it are actually part of it. I just painted them a different colour. So this is kind of like the main thing, and then obviously you've got this like star in the background, so it's really important to get those in, and then you can do all the other details, right? The same thing happened here. This sort of kind of like shape here, the peachy shape, and these yellow pieces here were the things that I needed to get in first before doing all the other little bits in the background, right? So it's kind of, you've got sort of like a key motif that you're going for, and you need to get that key motif down, and then everything kind of works around it, right? So center point first, then your key motif, right? Yes, happy days. Pooja, how you doing? Happy Wednesday. How are you? Mashies. What do you mean mashies? Have you had mashed potato for dinner? Oh, you're talking about mushies. Oh, you've just spelled it. Oh no, I'm there. Autocorrect. Mushies. It's the mushroom vibe today. It's the mushroom vibe. We're here. All right, so we got that one. And then you can see that I've done that. So I'm going to do these on the quadrants, right? So I'm going to put one here, one here, one here, and one here. So that's why I spent that little bit of time working out the right angle. So when I come over here, I know that I'm going to place it in the right spot, right? So I need to like look at this space here. How much space is there? Get something similar, not completely perfect. I don't believe in like doing things that are ultra perfect. I need to make sure there's a little gap as well coming from the top. So So I'm looking at the gap and I'm looking at this distance here, which is really helpful because the paper's see-through, so I can see what I'm doing. I can see there's a little gap here, which is really helpful. I can put that in and that looks about right. That looks about right to me. So I'm going to hold it down. You could also use like masking tape to help secure your tracing paper down if you need to. Woo. That should come out. Yes, looking fabulous. Just going to go, oh, let me get my hard pencil. Go over it with my hard pencil. The thing about soft pencils is they leave the graphite everywhere. I don't know if you can see, but there's like little bits of graphite everywhere. And like, I just don't want that there. Alright, let's do another one. Let's do another one. So I'm going around it again on my bit of scrap paper. I can't quite work out if I like this playlist or not. Like this, I don't know about this sound. I'm going to change it. Sorting it out, working it all out. I mean, no adverts, which is great. I really like the shape of that mushroom. Thank you so much, Susan. Me too. That's why I was like, I have to do this. I have to get it. All right. So again, we're going to do the same thing. We need to get the distance from the edge of the paper. We need to get a tiny little triangular shape just there. We need some space here. So I think that's about right. Yep, let's draw it. Let's draw. So let me know what art you've been working on. Let me know how it's all going. Oh, Susan's artwork was featured in a magazine. Looking beautiful. She's doing some life drawing. And they included her in the magazine article about the life drawing company, I guess. Or the life drawing group. So well done you, sweet pea. So nice to see your artwork all nice and glossy, right? You should frame it, you know. Frame the page. Mine is wonky too. Yeah, look, wonky for the win. Wonky for the win, everybody. Seriously. It's wonky for the win. Alright, I think there might be enough graphite to just put this last one on. I've got a feeling there's enough there. Is that right? Don't feel like that's right. Should it be this way? There. Yes, that's it. That's it. Is that it? That's it, there. Is that right? So we've got, see, the other thing you can do is spin it around. It's just because on the stream I don't want to turn it around too much, but I think that's right. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Doing it. Doing it, doing it, doing it. Yes, I was right. I knew there'd be a little bit of graphite left on there. And the great thing is, when you do the tracings as well, is you can keep your tracings. So for other projects as well. So for example, like when I'm doing all my mosaic stuff, I've got a huge folder full of all the tracings from all the lettering and everything I've done. So when I get other commissions, I can just like use some of the same tracings. So then you don't have to do that section all over again, which is fantastic. I mean, that's looking nice, right? Yes, wonky for the win. Alright, I need a tea break after that. Okay, so next job. Shall we do these little things? I feel like I'm going to leave those again. I'm going to do the big things. Let's get these big things in, baby. Let's do them. So these are very much going to be like oak leaf in that section, in this kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, segment. So oak leaf in this segment and flame in this segment. Now I'm looking again at my drawing that's in front of me here, just to kind of like get an idea. Now, yes, that oak leaf, excuse me, the oak leaf stays within the circle and then the flame comes way up. But it doesn't hide that much. It's more about there. So I think I like that little gap there. That's like really making me happy. So I know that I want to do the oak leaf about there. Okay. And another tip actually. Oh, do you remember when we used to have top tips on the screen? I should do that again. Top tip, top tip. Another tip is that you can take a photograph of what you're doing. So if you're finding it difficult when you do the placements of where each item or shape is going, you can take a photograph of it and it helps you to kind of keep it in your brain. And then you can even look at that as well to keep checking you're putting